a sinner. Only judge I know my history. So we have to give the king glory. Like a dream painted by the river. I smile at the sun. Can't keep it down cause we have to oversee.
Sleepless nights under pressure, got a lot on my mind. But with life be without all the struggles of life.
So anyway, I know I'm not supposed to put other people's stuff on because my channel is not monetized, but I just thought it was an interesting synchronicity kind of thing that I happened to stop at this truck stop and there's this tour bus. Doug, I'm in this Seattle area, and I just met this man, Muhammad, and his son
Abu Bakr.
I'm sorry. They're originally from Africa, but here's the funny part of the story: is I was making a movie in my truck, and he came up knocking on my window, and frankly, at first I thought he's interrupting my movie, but he was trying to explain to me he wanted me to move my truck from my parking space to another parking space, and I couldn't understand what he wanted. But basically, there's a truck over here, over there that's oversized. So that's how we started talking. But here's my point: I saw his car right here, which was a Subaru WRX, and then I thought, well, there's a Japan connection because my channel's driving to Tokyo. And I thought, this is really weird. Here I bump into another truck driver that has a Japanese car, and then he said he special ordered. So you can tell about your car. Talk about your car.
Bought it from Japan. Bought it from Japan. Took about maybe a month and a half to Seattle. Went through customs, and here it is with Washington plates.
And it's the steering wheel's like Japan on the right side.
Right hand side.
It's not on the left hand side.
No.
You said you got a good deal even with the shipping and all the other stuff compared to the brand new ones are around $30,000 or so.
Oh yeah, in the US they run about 25 to 30. Yep. Mine cost me about 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is we started talking about my channel, and he subscribed to my channel tonight and said he's going to watch my my movies. So
yes.
I got another new friend. So so now we're going to be able to stay in touch. So that's my little. I'm going to put him on one of my movies, and it's all about synchronicity, and everything happens for a reason.
And then you want to show them the car inside?
Yeah. Let's show the car. The inside. See, the steering wheel's on the like Japan on the right side, and he said he actually likes this better than the newer ones. And I think he said he paid around, with everything, around $10,000. I'm kind of winding down this video. I kind of doctored up the original one, add more music, and I hope, I don't know if it'll get through YouTube or let's say copyrighted or anything like that. I think it's kind of funky in a way when I think about it. This is my take on it. I'm not trying to make money off I'm actually trying to promote stuff like that. I've never heard of that particular person, their music, who they are. I don't know who they are. But by putting them on the channel and showing the clips and stuff, I'm actually promoting them. And you may see their music, like the music, and buy their music, go their website, whatever. So, and I want to say that whomever this person is traveling around the bus, those buses are not cheap, you know. They could be like $1 million or so. So I give him credit. I don't know his story. I would guess that he may have humble beginnings and has a big vision and went for his vision and is living his vision and traveling and on tour and stuff. So I give him, you know, a lot of credit. I almost knocked on his door, but it was really early in the morning, so kudos to him. I send him nothing but good vibes and energy, and I may never cross his paths or his bus or whatever, but I just wanted to play a little of his music and say, check it out, you know. I'll probably check it out too, because now it has a special meaning, because I actually crossed paths on my road and put it on my channel. So anyway, that's why I put it out there. Anyway, I'm going to close this video out. I've been downloading like crazy today. I'm going to keep going. But I want to just wrap up and say a couple things. I just recorded a whole 34-minute talk, okay? And one of the things I said on the talk was this, and this is the truth, okay? If you're seriously considering driving a truck for Squire and going through truck driving school, and I heard Michael say that the Squire students, the Squire grasshoppers that go through the Squire program, even after they go through training and they get their truck themselves, they're not considered a certified night driver until you've driven 100,000 miles. You realize that's at least a solid 10 months, probably a year. So I recommend Squire, just from more I hear. But I just didn't go through Squire because when I got started, full disclosure, I told you before, I had 3 years of experience. I was a trainer already. I had personally logged down approximately about 300,000 miles, 3 times what the requirement is to be a certified driver here. And now I've been here 9 more years. And if I add up the miles from my previous company in nights, about 1 million miles right now. So that's another whole conversation. But anyway, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to keep making the videos. Some are going to be short, some are going to be longer. But, I mentioned on the talk, my point I'm just making is, it was a long talk where I talked for 34 minutes, and what I said was the truth. If you can't listen to me, give you golden nuggets, and sit and listen to me for 34 minutes, you're not going to be able to go and get coached by a trainer, or go through Squire, or go through orientation, because you'll have to go through like 2 or 3 days of orientation in a classroom where you're listening to someone teach you what you need to do to work for night transportation. So if you can't listen to me for 30 minutes and really concentrate and have the desire to learn and be teachable and coachable, it's probably not the right profession for you. Okay, it is about 5:39. It's us here. Siri, can you tell me what time sunrise is in Klamath Falls, Oregon this morning?
In Klamath Falls today, sunrise will be at 6:12 a.m.
Siri, what time is it now?
It's 5:32 a.m.
Siri, how far is it to Seattle, Washington by car?
Seattle is about 403 miles away by car.
Okay, great. Okay, Siri, do you happen to know my location right now?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Well, you're not perfect, but thank you very much for trying. What else can I ask? I'll talk to you later on. I talked to you about aliens before, and you had some really right-on answers to the question. Like I asked you about what happens if we bump into an alien in Oregon on northbound 5, and you gave me the right answer.
I'm here to help. Get to know Siri at apple.com.
She's good. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna stop at the truck stop up here. Since I have approximately about 30 minutes before it's daylight, and I'm not really pressed for time on my 14-hour clock this morning, I'm gonna stop. So again, your trip planning, it can be on the fly. It's up to you. The main thing is, you can't blow it as far as your on-time delivery. You know, you have to have that as a mantra in the back of your mind. If I stop now, it's just gonna mess me up. You know, am I gonna make a stupid decision? Just be aware. Just check things out. Even after you stop, when you're a grasshopper, double check yourself. I do this now, even to this day. I'll stop and go, okay, if I stop 30 minutes now, you're technically supposed to take a reminder. You're supposed to take a 30-minute break within your first 8 hours. So normally I don't take the 30-minute break this early. Often I will drive at least 3 or 4 hours. That's another whole thing. If you condition yourself to drive 4 hours and you happen to have a high value load where you're supposed to drive 4 hours in a row before you stop, you're kind of conditioned to do that. But in this case, I want to drive in daylight, and it's going to be daylight in about 30 minutes. I'm doing two things. I'm taking my 30-minute break, and it's going to be daylight when I start again. So you see what I mean? You just take all those things